Hey everybody, I'm John and this is Blind Whiskey Reviews. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. Today we're doing another No Time Like the Present review where we crack open a brand new bottle of whiskey, take a pour, take a taste, let you guys know what I think, so that way you guys can know some information on the latest and greatest that's coming out. Today I'm really excited to bring this to you. This just got released. I just got this bottle. This is the Knob Creek 12-year-old. So a brand new release from Jim Beam and Knob Creek. They released a 12-year-old, which previously the standard line of Knob Creek, as most of you guys know, was 9 years old. It recently, not too long ago, maybe 2-ish years ago, lost its age statement. Maybe not even that long ago. Lost its 9-year age statement. It was a no age statement whiskey. So it's a little strange to me that they're bringing out a 12-year age stated product, and the rumors are that they're bringing the 9-year age stated product back as well. So it's an interesting choice for what they're doing. So this thing, as all the other they're all bottled except for the single barrels. They're all bottled at 100 proof, so this is no exception. 100 proof, 12 years old. I'm excited. Let's get into it. And just so you guys know, I also was able to pick up the other newly released Knob Creek bottle of the quarter cask. So keep an eye out for that one if you're interested in that whiskey. It'll be coming soon. Let's crack this open. I think this will be the first waxed bottle we've cracked open on the channel, so that's exciting. I always hate the Knob Creek wax, although this one's doing pretty well. Usually it's pretty crumbly, and this one held together pretty well, so that's good. Didn't get wax everywhere, which is always a bonus. Let's see if we can get a nice pop on this. Pretty good. They've gone with the synthetic cork. Smells good so far. Let's get a pour. Looks to be about the same color as I would seem to recall the 9-year being. Doesn't seem to be too much darker. Yeah, we've got a nice orangish amber color right there in that medium amber range. Kind of your standard Knob Creek nose. Definitely got some fruity sweetness there, some cherry. A slight twinge of nuttiness. Oh, got a big pop of like deep cherry on that one. There's that slight like Jim Beam nuttiness there. Definitely some oaky notes there. But I'm excited. Let's get into the taste on this one. Cheers. Yeah, at first taste, this is like quintessential Jim Beam Knob Creek whiskey. Just such, it's big, it's bold, it's pungent, and in this case, it's got a lot of oaky character there. Not overly so, it's not an over-oaked whiskey by any stretch, but it's definitely got a lot of wood characters here. I feel like this is definitely a whiskey that's going to need to open up, and a fresh pour is definitely not going to do it justice, so this will be one I'm definitely going to be excited to come back to in the future after a few months of being open. Yeah, up front, a little bit of light fruit, a little bit of dark fruit. You know, you kind of got this blend of apple and this like really rich like dark cherry. Mid palate kind of flips into that Jim Beam nutty character. Back of the palate on this one definitely goes a bit bitter on you. You definitely get some oak tannins, some vanilla, tobacco, leather. You're left with those characters predominantly on the finish at this point in time. Mouth feels right around medium. It's not overly I was hoping for a little more mouthfeel on a 12-year-old whiskey, but it's still a good mouthfeel. I mean, it's still solid coating. And for a 100 proof whiskey, you get a ton of flavor here, which is fantastic. Smells great. Tastes great. Really liking this one. Flavors are great, very well balanced, very well blended. And I will say that for a 100 proof whiskey, it really doesn't drink like that. And I really need to do a side-by-side. We'll definitely be doing one of the Knob Creek, I guess at this point no age statement, and this. But this one definitely drinks smoother. And I know people hate the word smooth, but in the sense that it doesn't have the harsh, bitey edges that sometimes Knob Creek could have. I think those extra few years really kind of rounded it out nicely. I don't even know that I would peg this as a 100 proof whiskey from the feeling of the alcohol, but from the flavor, it drinks like a 110 proof whiskey. You know, it has a ton of flavor, very rich, very robust. But in terms of any kind of aggressive burning on the palate, there is none. There's no really burning down the chest. There's no alcohol getting in the way of the flavor of the whiskey. And I think that's really what's allowing this whiskey to shine and all those flavors to come through. There's no interference from that alcohol. So it's really, really well blended and balanced. So they did a great job with this. But I think this one's really going to do well with some airtime. So as we always do in these no time like the present reviews, we're going to let this thing sit in the glass for 20 or 30 minutes, let some air get to the whiskey, see if it opens up a bit, and see if we can't coax a few more flavors out. So we will be back with those results in just a second. All right, so our whiskey has been sitting in the glass for right about 25 minutes, and let's get back into it, see if it's opened up a little bit for us. I mean, I would say that it has. I'm getting a bit more vanilla, a bit more oaky character on the back. A little bit of that nutty character has died down. Some other like fruity notes have come through. A little bit more of that dark fruit's kind of popping. Really does smell fantastic. Let's get back into this taste. Yeah, I mean, I would say the palate seems pretty similar to what we tasted before. Maybe a slight extra of that red fruit quality up front, like more of that cherry, maybe a slight berry character, a little bit more vanilla. Definitely really tasting those woody notes, which is to be expected on a 12-year-old whiskey. The mouth feels really nice, kind of silky and smooth. Not incredibly coating, but I mean just, it feels substantial as you're drinking it. The finish is good. I think they did a really, really good job with this. Now, I've sat here and praised this whiskey quite a bit, but I do have a problem with this whiskey. And the problem with this whiskey is this. Many of you are familiar with the Knob Creek single barrel product and store barrel picks specifically. You can get from many retailers out there, they're not hard to come by, they are kind of everywhere. You can get a single barrel Knob Creek store pick, which is somewhere in the range of 13 to 15 years old at 120 proof for right around $50. Now, you might find for a few bucks more. You can often find them for a few bucks less. I've found them for as little as $40, and I've seen them for, $55 to $60 as well. But realistically, you're in that $45 to $50 range is really where you're going to find that whiskey. So, a whiskey that is older than this at a higher proof than this. Yet this whiskey sells. I paid $52 for this whiskey, and it goes for somewhere in that range of 50 to 55, 60 bucks. So I don't really understand the pricing on this product. Like I said, you can get a product that's higher proof with more age for less money. That doesn't make sense to me. So we've all kind of maybe been sleeping on some of these Knob Creek picks for a very long time. A lot of us whiskey tubers have been touting those picks as some of the best values in whiskey for a very long time, and perhaps that's going to start coming to an end. If this is going to be part of the regular Knob Creek and Jim Beam line, they're going to be diminishing and depleting their stocks of that older whiskey to make this. And so maybe that period of time where we have these older Knob Creek single barrels is going to go away. But it just really suggests that maybe they're moving in that direction, because there's really no reason for this thing to be priced at $55-ish when you can get like I said, a product that would cost them more to make because it's higher proof and more age, priced at a lower price point. So that really just doesn't really make sense unless their thought process is moving in the direction of depleting those older stocks to make this whiskey, scaling back on their single barrel store pick program perhaps. So who knows what's going to happen. I don't love the price point on this. I really wish you could see this more in the $40 to $45 range. I think that would be a really appropriate price point for it. It would just totally make sense and just fit into their line. So I wish that it would be more in that price point range, but hey, it is what it is. I don't hate paying the $52 for it. I cannot deny the fact that this is really, really good whiskey. It is a great blend, good complexity, really robust flavors. You can't taste the proof at all, and it's not even a high proof, but I mean, it pops so much in the flavor that it just doesn't feel right with the little bit of alcohol character that's there. It's really fantastic on that sense. So I'm really enjoying this whiskey. I'm going to be happy to finish this bottle. Like I said, my one holdback on it is, why is it priced at this price point? You know, I've seen it at $55. Why is it $55? That doesn't make sense. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think of the price point? Is it right? Should it be lower? Should we be worried that our store picks are going away? Is this a sign of the times? Who knows? So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Oh, and as for a score, I will definitely be re-reviewing this blind. So I'm going to say for me, this is like high 80s, maybe a 90 for me. I mean, it's really, really good. I'm going to say it's an 89. I think it's absolutely delicious whiskey. Really, really good. I can't wait to try this blind. So hopefully that review comes in the very near future. So guys, let me know if you've had a chance to try this. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at blind_reviews. You can also catch me on Instagram at Mission Bottle Kill, where I'm posting all kinds of pictures of people emptying out great bottles of whiskey. So if you want me to post your pick, tag at Mission Bottle Kill in the post. And you can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, @gmail.com. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, cheers.